What's going on, people? LA Maynard out here, bringing to you another YouTube video, another tactics video, another top 281st in the world to be exact tactics video. Now, this is the team that I was rocking with, but first, before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the naughty bell, hit the like button, all of that. So this is the team that I was using. Obviously, very good team. Got two of the best centre backs in the game in Kleiber and Bender in game. We moved St. Just out to the right, but if you go into it now, I played a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, which is the narrow variation. If you watched any of my previous videos, then you'll see nothing's really much changed in terms of depth. I still play 7 depth. I still like to play my high pressing game, and I still like to play a fairly balanced formation. That's why the width is pretty balanced, and the players in the box are pretty much the same, always up 5 or 6. If we move across to instructions, first of all, starting off with Neuer, comes across his sweeper keeper. You know, I play a high line, so if there's through balls, I like my keeper to be in a position to either come out and clear it, come to crosses, any corners. Like corners, you will get caught out. So I think at corners, if you have the keeper on come to crosses, and obviously you manually can move him as well, he just you know, gives him that extra impetus to go for the ball when it's crossed in. If we go to the fullbacks now, first of all, St. Just, and the same is with Kazawa. I have balance and attacking runs, and I have overlap for the run type. This is simply because there's not a lot of width in the formation, so the fullbacks have to provide that. They need to be up and down, so they need good stamina. And you know, St. Just got 5-star skills, Kazawa's got 4-star skills. You know, a lot of people won't rate Kazawa, but I actually really rate him. Like, obviously he gets that strong link to Mbappe, which is what he's there for primarily, but it's really good for me because he's good on the ball, got very good agility and balance. I believe he's got like 91 agility and like high 80s of balance. So, and St. Just obviously just the 5-star skills makes him crazy usable, and he gets out of sticky situation with that. If we go on to Makaleli now, the holding midfielder, the guy is literally, and the work rates help him because he's got high work rates. He's just literally there to sit. So we've got stay back while attacking, cover centre, and he's literally just going to sit in front of Bender and Kleiber and just sweep up whatever's coming through him. So moving on to the RCM and LCM, one of them is just purely unbalanced. I don't even change the defensive position because I want them to cover the wing when the likes of St. Just and Kazawa go forward. So basically, St. Just will go forward. You know, Renato Sanchez, they might not track all the way back into the right back position, but he'll kind of almost halfway be there, halfway not be. So it leaves you less exposed on the wings, which I like, rather than, you know, sometimes you might lose the ball and they might literally just play a through ball to the wing, and you know, you're just crazy exposed on there. So a lot of people don't do this. They have cover centre on all three, but I like my centre mid, my right centre mid and my left centre mid to be on to cover the wing, you know. So I have Renato Sanchez purely unbalanced. He's got a high work rates, so you know, I do recommend getting someone with high work rates for this kind of role. And the difference with Bruno is he's more my attacking centre mid. So obviously he's got great finishing, heading, jumping, pace, everything. So I have him on get forward, get into the box with cross. I want him to have that, be that extra man, gets in the box, you know, chips in with the goals, and again, defensively he's on cover wing, and sometimes he'll cover that position that Kazawa's in. Moving on to Cruyff. So always I have my cam on stay forward, get into the box with cross. Again, I just want another man getting in the box. You know, Ronaldo might be taking on a fullback or taking on, you know, a left centre back or right centre back even, and he might have to pull it back, in which case Cruyff will be there, Mbappe will be there, Bruno might be there. I just want as many people without leaving, you know, an area just behind in the box ready to score. Also, you need to have the cam on stay forward, because if you don't, I believe that he starts to defend as a 4-4-2. So, you know, Renato Sanchez will go right mid. I think Makaleli and Bruno will be the centre mids, and then Cruyff will go out to left mid, I believe. So you want to make sure, I mean, unless you want to defend in a 4-4-2 formation, but it will kind of make transition kind of hard in this formation. So make sure that you have the cam on stay forward, and then kind of leading onto this, onto the strikers. Have the strikers on stay forward as well, so you'll always have 3 people staying up. You know, you might be up against a 5-back where your strikers might be a bit isolated, and having that extra man up there I think really helps as well. So yeah, with the forwards, I do have them on stay central, stay forward. For the most part, I do want them to do this. If I wanted to do anything else in terms of coming out wide, I'll control them manually to do that. But if not, I literally only want Kazawa and Saint just providing the width when attacking. So I have them on stay central, stay forward. Again, Mbappe, Ronaldo and Cruyff will literally just be people staying at the pitch, providing the attacking threat. And they don't really need to do anything else. That's all I want them for, score goals. And also that will help their stamina in game too. But sometimes they do change to the 5-3-2 formation. You know, it might be a tight game, you might be up against a really good player. You know, while I don't go fully defensive, I always go a 5-back because it's solid. Let's be real. A lot of people play it because it is a solid formation, and a 5-3-2 especially, even though I play very similar tactics to my normal formation, it does provide a bit more cover than, you know, your typical 4-1-2-1-2 where it's actually quite open, it's very attacking and whatnot. I do have the fullbacks on this on join the attack, but if I'm covering the lead, obviously I'll pause it and I'll just change them to balanced attack, and that will help you. If you want to know more about my 5-back formation, make sure you go watch my other videos that I've posted previously, and hopefully that'll give you some help with that as well. But hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Let me know if you use these tactics. You know, I'll leave my link to my stream in the description. I'll leave my link to the social in the description. Make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you hit in the comments. Tell me if you're enjoying the formation, tell me what you want to tweak, if you need to tweak it. And I'm really curious to see some feedback on this one. I've had pretty good feedback from my last 2 videos, you know, positive feedback. So hopefully this one helps you as well. And yeah, I've only used this formation once. It got me 29 on 1 in my first weekend league with it, and I'm a happy man with that. So I will probably do a video on my 81st in the world rewards, so make sure you check that out. It should be out in the coming days after this is released. And yeah, it's been your boy LA Maynard, and out.